Yes, welcome to my video tutorial. I'm reaching you live, from DTech Solutions studio. Yes, this is in tune with what is presently at hand. This present pandemic. Of course, other parts of the world have already been on this, but right now, because of the present thing, we need to get along with this. It's because we are making our own contribution, because we are committed to also do what, bring our people to be in tune about e-learning. And so this is targeted towards the success of our people on e-learning. So this is one of the video we're going to watch now on a wonderful and beautiful topic, which already we have started the part 1, and this is going to be the part 2 about crash recovery. So as you watch, stay tuned and make sure that you do not go without anything. Thank you.
So here, as we start today, we say logging. Logging, you're just talking about the act, the process of taking note of all the transactions in the DBMS. Right, but about log, you're talking about the collection of records that represent the history of actions executed by the DBMS. So all the transactions, all the executed actions by the system or the DBMS, all of them are taken note of, are registered in a particular portion of the system, and that portion is said to be what? Log. Just something like I'm likened to a student's register or staff attendance record, or whatever is taking place in a company, in a school, needed to be referred back to some time to come. And so a particular book or a kind of a system is used to note all these records. And so in a DBMS, taking time to go about all its actions or operations, now in the system is having its own register, which is referred to as what? The log. And of course, these log files are stored in a stable storage right after taken to the log. And of course, the stable storage is said to be the medium that survives crash system. So of course, these log records or transactions are with its own unique identity, unique numbers, referred to as what? Log sequence number, as discussed the previous week. Okay, so let's proceed to what we are still talking about. Alright, before I move ahead, I want to remind you again that the most recent portion of the log is called the log tail. The most recent, talking about in whatever you are doing, the last part of the entry into the log is the what? The last part of it is the what? The log tail. Alright, so we proceed from here. Okay, now the next thing we'll be looking at, so we want to quickly move on to related data, related data structure, and that is said to be what? Two important data structures for recovery process, which is what? The DPT and the TT. What about the DPT? DPT is talking about what? That data page table, while the TT is talking about what? The TT simple is talking about transaction table. What's all about that DPT, data page? All the transactions that have been carried out that are not yet committed. All these transactions are registered or recorded in the data page table. What do we mean not committed? That is, the actions are not complete. They are not complete, and of course, they are not even written to the disks. And so all these are said to be what? Transactions that are stored in data page. And of course, this is talking about transaction table. All the transactions that are currently on the process, maybe possible before the crash took place, are said to be what? Transactions that you can find in the transaction table. So transaction table therefore contains the recent transactions being executed by the DBMS. Alright, now of course, one thing to identify with the log in the data page table, it has also a unique number used to identify each data table. And of course, the first entry number on that page is said to be what? The data page table. That's what is used to identify what? The table, which is the number that causes it to be data. While in the transaction table, the last entry, number, that's the last transaction, is what we use to identify the transaction table. So these are the two important additional data structure table that aids crash recovery. That aids what? Crash recovery. Right? So the next thing is crash recovery manager. What's about it? What we're looking at here, we're looking at the basic thing that summarizes everything we're discussing about what crash recovery. So recovery takes place in three phases, and these three phases reflect what the principles of ARIS. And so the three phases are what? The three phases are the analysis. Talk about redo, talk about undo. Analysis, redo, and undo. What about the analysis? Analysis, when you say analyze, you check through, critical checking from the beginning of a point to the end of a point. You analyze your writing, you analyze your actions, you analyze your speech, you analyze an event. When you hear system analysis, that's what we're talking about. You check through the coin, the bad side, the good side, whatever has taken place. You run through everything and bring them to book. That's about analysis. You analyze the state of things. Okay, and then we talk about what? Redo. What about redo? And the course of analysis will check through everything that was on, whether the good one, the bad one, the one that was complete, the one that wasn't complete. You check through everything. Now the redo process, what is it responsible for? It will then therefore check to your data page. Check on your data page. On the data page now, it will look through all the transactions that have taken place and are stored already there. Now all these transactions were they all complete? If they were complete, of course they were not written to the stable storage. Is there anyone that was not complete? Which one have taken a long time? And which one is just recent? You look all these things through, and then of course the ones that have been complete are waiting for to be written to the stable storage. Of course, you also take note of them, and those ones that were not complete and of course were not written to the stable storage also will be taken note of. What are we saying here? That in the review process, we need to check to see the completed actions, the one that need to be repeated and to run through again. And so to check through and redo those transactions that needed to be redo. And of course, it will bring back them to the system, try to refresh them, check through and bring everything to the state where the system was before the crash, to check through all that had taken place at that point in time. So it will bring back those actions that needed to be checked through. When this one complete, do we need this one? This is as a state where the system will be useful to the system. So it will review them. And for those ones that you haven't checked through, that are practically in the transaction table, of course it will have no option. But the next stage is what it's going to take. It's going to be first, on it, which is what the undo. And so quickly, as we check through those transactions that need to be undone, and it will do what? Abort them, or you say avert them, reject them, throw them away or forget about them. And that's what we call undo. Why? Because those transactions were not complete. If they are not useful to the system, there's no point of redoing them. Rather, to just face those ones that need to be reviewed on the system, those ones that were complete and were not yet actually committed, written to the stable storage. And so finally, the undo phase. The undo phase now, we check through all the transactions that have been undone, and then we also record them at a particular portion called the compensation log record. Compensation log record, why? So that if there happen to be another crash experienced by the system recovery manager will not need to go and pick it up from the beginning of that business day again. Rather, it will note and pick it up from that particular point where already crash recovery was. So having said this, the next thing we'll move on to the checkpointing. Checkpointing is just like you're giving someone a task and you are telling the person this is where you are starting from, and this is where you are going to end. But before you do that, I will come in between to see how far you've gone. And then as you keep moving from point to point, the person will later come to check through. So how far have you gone? To what extent have you covered? And maybe the person will have to make a kind of review. Okay, maybe this thing is good or this one is not okay. Please take this one out. Please add this one there. As you keep moving, the person is coming back to review what you are doing again. It's not going to start from that first point. Rather, it's going to pick it up from where he or she ended the last time he or she came. And so it will rather or she will rather check from that point onward to vet what am going on. Okay, if you happen to collect the other part to go and make use of it, when the person comes back, he's not going to pick it up from the beginning again. Rather, he just only come and pick it up from where he stopped the last time the person came. So this is about what checkpointing is a very important very important technique useful in your crash recovery. So the system will take something called like kind of a snapshot from the point as we keep progressing with transactions. And at the same time again, to also take another snapshot. So having a beginning checkpoint and of course an end checkpoint. Now what happened there? All the transactions that are taking place before the checkpoint is going to be taken note of. Then thereafter there will be other subsequent transactions. But these subsequent transactions that are taking place right after the checkpoint, of course, cannot be referred to in the course of crash recovery. Rather, those ones that have been taken note of, those ones that you've taken care of, you've resolved before the checkpoint. So you have a beginning checkpoint and the end checkpoint. This is what we refer to as fuzzy checkpoint. So you start is give a snapshot at the point, and of course as you keep moving, to come again and pick kind of a snapshot, so that this interval can be used during the course of recovery to know where what has been recorded, what has been taken. The system will not go and start from all over at the beginning again. Rather, it will just check through the checkpoint heads and know those data or transactions that have really been taken note of or recorded to the system. This is about checkpointing. Okay, and the last, not the least, is media recovery. We talk about media. Different forms of media can be used to record or to register or to record or to store your information. Like the same thing is likened to the aspect of database. It can be external, it can be internal, but any of the media used such that the mirror transactions can also be recorded there. As we keep moving, as we keep working, kind of an image or whatever is taking place, transaction is taking place in the system can as well be recorded in the media, such that if there happen to be a crash, of course this media can be used for the course of recovery of the transactions. And of course something is important here, the SCM, talking about system control number. As we keep recording those transactions into the other system, the other media, of course they are taking note of with various or unique numbers as well, so that each stage is having its own number, so that if on the course of recovery these heads will need to tally what really was taking place in the system. It's just like talking about the word backup, that you are carrying out different things, processing of information in the system you are storing, and also having a backup. But in case there happen to be a problem with the system, we can use the other one to help out of the situation. So this is about what media recovery. Right, at this point we'll stop here. We'll continue next time with me, but don't forget to log on to our channel, YouTube Dark Race. Please do well to subscribe and share to others so that you can be getting updates when other videos come in. Thank you for staying by. Remember, staying safe is important. Alright.